Hey! Welcome, friends. It is time. It's time for some Ironsworn. It has been a while. It has been oh boy. It has been 2 weeks since I've gotten to jump back into the world of Boss Bleat and the Iron Lands themselves. I am pumped to get back into this. I might be a little bit low energy. I just kind of had a long night. I had some D&D, which I super loved. Had a really good time, and then I'm playing Paladins all day, so I've been getting sweaty about Paladins, and I just got done eating a very very late dinner, and I might be a little tired. So if I seem low energy, that is why. A good 2 weeks. It has been a good 2 weeks. A solid 2 weeks. We got to stream. It was awesome. I needed a break after that, but it's time to get back into the world of Boss Bleat and the Ironlands. I'm excited to jump back in. It feels like every time I jump back into Ironsworn, I always forget how Ironsworn is played. Like, I remember the mechanics of it, but I'm always a little anxious about quests and like the way I've sort of outlined them, and like if they are working. I need to take the time to do a little more research into how to craft more not believable, because I feel like my quests are believable, more interesting quests for the game, I guess. Just kind of I wish there was a mechanic to be able to craft quests a little better, like an Oracle quest maker. That would be great. I would love that, rather than just a couple of things, just because that kind of like helps move things along a little bit better. But that's the one thing I always think about Ironsworn, like coming back in, wanting something to be able to structure the quests a little bit better. But you know, maybe I'll do more research into that. But until then, we are going to continue on with what we have here. I'm interested to see what's going to happen next in this. I could tell, LOL. With what? The situation here that we're going to start with is the journal. We're going to thank goodness I actually journaled last time, which I'm pretty pumped about, because last couple sessions I did not journal, and I had to kind of do that at the beginning, which was a little rough. So I'm hoping that this is nice to be able to go off of my previous journal of Boss Bleat. So what was the last couple things that happened to our boy? Let's just read his journal from last session. As I still adjust to the first trial scars, I'm approached by a Ton with a strange elixir. He tells me to drink, and I eat, and I drink. The next test will be of body. I am led to the room at the top of his tower. It is there that I start to feel the effects of his poison. He tells me in my last moments of consciousness that I will be trapped in this room for a week. My body given way to a war within myself. If I am to survive, I must come out the victor. I struggle and fight, blacking out with little to remember when I am finished. I remember rage, unyielding anger, and when it's all over, I emerge the loudest voice in my head as I shout out the Ton's name. It is time for the final test, he tells me. I will have to make a choice. I was taken down to a strange chamber, one with 2 large portals looking back at me. As Atan activated them, I saw a vision of Kataka in one and Chenda in the other. He told me to choose, that one soul must be slain for the train to be complete. I refused. This, of all my bad luck, turned out to be the right answer. It was a test to see if I could control myself. One taken by the shadow would have surely consumed a soul if given the chance. Weakened, I was given some time to rest before going out to finish my end of the bargain and free Atan. He can wait a few days more. My last entry. Upon reaching the top of the mountain, I know what I must do. The river is attracted to Atan because of his research with the black iron. Focusing it all in one place like that can only ask for trouble. I need to distract this nature spirit that's following him. I must get to the river and break it at the point where time continues. I must get to the river to break at the point where the time continues. Okay. And I think I know just the bait. Gods damn it. Yeah, okay. I'm remembering now. We survived the trials. Kataka is held up. He told us to fix his dam. Yep. very true. I will always go for the more descriptive details of what happened last time. I am one who super enjoys the recap stuff. It helps me get back into what happened last time, and really understand what's at stake and what's standing before me and what I have to kind of craft here. Ooh, where's my water? Oh, it's right here. Perfect. Okay. So, knowing that is where Boss left off, I think we would see our first scene. So Boss has, I think, clambered his way down the mountain, making his way off of the rubble itself, off of the more jagged landscape, and he's down more on even ground. Time around him still thoroughly frozen within at least a mile radius from Dismosh, the tower of the old wizard. And I think we see him look down the curving river in the distance. Oh, it will be a journey ahead of me. Quite a time. Hey, appreciate the follow over there, Helen. Thank you very much. He looks, he looks down the river. It winds into the distance. Says, "I'm not sure how long it will take me to go, but it has been long since I have felt the earth beneath my feet. A journey it will be, without Kataka this time. Am I for it? I think I can do this." And he has not really journeyed alone in a while. The silence is creepy since everything is frozen, even sound. Yeah, it is I think that's the other thing that's on his mind. It'll be good to rid myself of this alien land, at least for a moment. And I think just like this place is just surreal. It's not great. He wants like Boss's goals very much right now are he wants to get to the end of this river. He wants to divert the water, get the danger away from Dismosh, hold up his side of the bargain with the Time Wizard, and take away the danger, and basically get back, fix the dam, and get Kataka back, and just get the hell out of there. After that, man, who knows? That's a question for another day. So I think we're going to start our situation here with a journey. We're on a formidable quest. So our journey itself, I think, can be dangerous. I don't think I need to ask the question. I feel like our journey can definitely just be dangerous. I don't think it needs to be anything more substantial. Journey to the source of the river. Yeah. So we're going to be leaving the time zone, and we're going to be probably going out even further to find the source of the river, to attract whatever river spirit or whatever is causing this river to magically cut its way unnaturally through the earth to hurt our Time Wizard Atan. So we have a dangerous journey ahead of us. I'm kind of excited for this. This is a core mechanic of Ironsworn that I'm just pumped to get back into. I feel like I've been doing a lot of role-play mechanics of late. So this is a nice, comfortable seat back in the back in the mechanics chair. So let's get into it. Undertake a journey. Can't get simpler, right? I have 3 experience here, and I have an asset in mind that our dear friend in chat, Pig, has created, and I'm excited to use it. But I think I'm going to save it for when we reach the source of the river. Once we do that, I think that'll be a more interesting, because I think I know what part of his card that I want of his asset that he built. So let's begin. Let's begin our first steps of the journey, and let's get into that sort of theme of let me see here, flow charts, framing fiction right here, this bad boy. Getting back into framing fiction around the moves. Envision the situation in your intent, make the move, resolve the outcome, apply the outcome to the current situation. My intent is to make my way down this river and make camp by nightfall, getting closer to the objective of the source of the river itself. God, should this be troublesome? I think dangerous is fine. I think the land that we're in could be dangerous. This river could act up on us. We don't know. I think dangerous works. So let's do it. Let's fucking start some rolls here. It's probably the earliest I've ever started a session. I usually have so much other stuff I gotta do. I'm sure I'll find something here. Quest moves, combat moves, adventure moves. Undertake a journey. Here we go. Let's dig in. Alright. So, I do know that I have Shadow Walk here. I don't even know which one you picked, so it's a big surprise to me. Let's go fight us a water nymph. Yeah, pretty much. It's not. I'm thinking at this point that it's going to be some kind of water spirit. I don't even know if I have to fight him or if I have to just get him to chase me. Not sure. So Shadow Walk I might utilize here. As above, and you may also travel along hidden paths of the Shadow Realms to undertake a journey using plus Shadow instead of wits. If you do, endure stress, 1 stress, and mark twice. Yep. When I cloak myself in the Gossamer Veil of Shadows, roll Shadow on a strong hit, take +1 momentum. Then re-roll any dice when you make a move ambushing, hiding, or sneaking on a weak hit as above. So this is an addition to this. Oh yeah, if you hear any like pops like that going off right now, it's Memorial Day where I'm at. So it's a holiday for the US of A, and it's there are fireworks. So I apologize if you can hear that. It'll probably go through the whole sesh. So if you do endure stress 1, I wonder, so these two things must be connected. I'm wondering because it says as above, and you may also travel along the hidden paths of the Shadow Realms. Okay, no, I think this is an actual addition. I don't think I have to do this first part, but this first part would be good. I want to utilize Shadow Walk. I want to utilize my assets to move here. I have so many, and enough for a 5th that I need to start using my badass assets to get good. You know. Okay, so I'm thinking. Should I? I'm not sneaking, ambushing, or hiding, so I feel like I won't use the first part. I'm just going to use this. So we're going to roll plus Shadow instead of wits. I'm using my Shadow Walk, and hopefully we kick ass. Fuck yeah, we do. Fuck yeah, we do. Yeah. Okay, sick. So, if I do, I must endure 1 stress. So I've done this. I have to endure the stress whether I want to or not. So I'm immediately taking a spirit damage, and I need to make the endure stress move. I'm going to move twice, whether I want to, whether I care or not. So it's going to happen 4. So I'm moving, man. I'm using those shadows. So I think we see Boss. He takes the hood. He puts it up, very classic Assassin's Creed style. He flips it up and just says, "All right, Shadow, show me what you can do." And I just move forward. I got my cleaver, claymore. I have my claymore sword on my back. I got my sweet hood. I pull that sucker up and just go right into the shadow, moving through the sort of like, I don't even know if it's like in tune with the ley lines of iron or how that works, but I think it's just shadow. I think it's just literally utilizing the Starforged Black Iron more so that I have in me now than before to really, and that's probably why the strong hit, to really utilize all the dark places of the world, even out here, to just move through quickly, swiftly, probably traveling through shadows, utilizing some of that magic. It's badass. I love this card. So, and I think it's cool, even though I want to get a new asset to represent new powers, amplifying already my shadow asset to kind of be cosmetically a part of that. So I've crushed that. I need to make an endure stress. It's only 1. We'll do spirit because I know I've got 4 spirit, so another strong hit, solid stuff. I shake it off. If my spirit is greater than 0, suffer -1 momentum in exchange for a plus spirit. I could just get that spirit back. Embrace the darkness and take a momentum. I have 4 momentum. I'm gonna take a momentum hit and just be covered. Not lose that spirit, you know? Not go down the same sort of rabbit hole that I go down all the time where my spirit runs out to 0 and I'm fucked. I mean, if I get corrupted, I get a cool asset card, so you know I'm good. So yeah, I think we see me make my way through the shadow. We've already crushed almost halfway through the journey. I think it's worth picking like a location descriptor for where we end up. An outpost. What? Location descriptor. Blighted. Oh no. No. I know what we have found. Ooh, God, I know what we have found, and I don't like it, and I really don't like it. We need to create this outpost. So I have ideas. I have ideas going through. So we're gonna bust this sucker out. Let's give a name for this guy. A feature of the landscape. Envision what it is. What makes it unusual or distinctive? Feature of the landscape itself. Where is the actual... Let me go to my Ironsworn thing here. I need to go into the Oracles tab because there's more... There's actually more to this, but the function in the character sheet isn't as good as I would like it to be here. Settlement name. Quick, is this... Yeah, this is settlement name right here. It's supposed to be a feature of the land. What happened here... It's got to be a feature of the landscape, right? Here we go. Envision what it is, what makes it unusual or distinctive. Let's just do a quick D100. 49. Grim Tree. Oh, cool. This is cool. Okay. Okay. I know I'm not saying anything, but I wanna compile everything first. I definitely want to compile everything. Oh man, this is fucking creepy. Grim Tree, huh? Let's gonna do this. Yeah, right here. So I'm gonna guess it's like it's. Yeah, I think I went this way. I think I definitely went this way, 100%. Grim. Oh, hello? Okay, there we go. It'd be like that. Grim Tree. Wow, Grim Tree Outpost. I think this keyboard's dying. I'm gonna be 100%. I think my Z board from 2007 might be getting a little old. Grim Tree Outpost. So, what we see as I come out of the shadows, as Boss moves out of sort of the last sort of a travel vein that he's gone through in the shadow, as he comes out, I see standing atop a hill, a tree, completely dead, its arms sort of outstretched. Around it looks to be a wooden palisade wall built, and it's almost leaned out everywhere. It's kind of like spread out a little bit along this hill. And I could see the remains of a haphazard sort of created tower built around the dead tree, this sort of huge oak, and it's completely, it seems completely abandoned. Like there's no sign of life, and in fact the stench of death seems to sort of hover over it, and carried with it is another sign, not so good, but one very, very foreign to Boss, one that he doesn't understand. There are paw prints all over the ground. They as if to signify a stampede of animals, animal tracks, wolf tracks. In fact, wolf canine of some kind, by the hundreds, and they're just sort of completely staining and dotting the ground. and any kind of grass or anything around here is completely dead, so stamped down by whatever this stampede is. And the stampede itself seems to have moved through this entire area over the outpost itself, and it seems completely abandoned, but there's a stench left over. This land definitely smells of rot and decay, and I think we see boss. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's terrible. Does this land offer no solace anywhere to anyone? Even the bastions of civilization are left to rot. Let's remind ourselves a little bit of the location that we are in, of the Veiled Mountains themselves, just so we kind of know what we're getting into. By flat land, I'm probably in a valley in between two mountains, kind of thing, is where I'm going through, because this is a mountainous regions, a massive peaks shrouded in roiling clouds, howling beasts, endless snows, precarious mountain trails, stone cairns marking the dead, abandoned settlements. Yup, that's what we're on, and circling wyverns. Probably look up and I see some of the wyverns far above. I think they're a present constant. They're very much like vultures here. I would say that the wyverns that we see in the Veiled Mountains aren't that of the they're like huge, monstrous, like super beasts. They're very much more like you know how like in our own history it is the Horde. In our own history, the T-Rex was always seen as this huge, super strong guy, and then they discovered, I don't know if it's still true, but they made claims that it was more of a not a vulture, but a scavenger, where it's it waited for something to be dead to kill it. So I think that's kind of how these wyverns are. They just hover over, waiting for dead things. And so they are present, and I see the paw prints, I see the abandoned outpost, and I say, I will not camp within it, but no reason not to take rest somewhere nearby. At the very least, I could run here if I needed a place to defend myself. Climb the tree, sure. And he's gonna make camp somewhere nearby. Not really at Grimtree Outpost, just because it smells like death. There's all these paw prints everywhere on the ground, all these tracks from some pack that moved by, and it is it's not a pleasant place to be, and he can only assume that there's probably a corpse or two in that outpost, like wild animals got to him, kind of thing. Like who knows what's left? I think that's something he would say. You would think the frost would cover up this stench, but it just seems so potent. Need to get a few yards away from here, and he'll probably go downwind and make a camp. Do I need to though? I mean, yeah, I can make a camp to. I think the benefit of making a camp here will be. Did I actually undertake a journey? Yeah, I legit undertook a journey. I didn't have to spend anything, right? Oh yeah, no, I never completed it. Yeah, I can mark progress, or I can move at speed, mark progress, +1 momentum, but suffer 1 supply. You know, I'm gonna take a supply hit because I know I'm making camp just to boost my momentum. I never fully resolved the undertake a journey move. I forgot to. Yeah, I reach a waypoint. The waypoint's unknown to you, envision it. Yep. Bonus to another undertake a journey. Bonus to another for the camp. Yeah, absolutely. And also, I knew that I could take a supply hit, because I believe I can. Oh, can I get supplies when I make camp? I can't, can I? I could have just taken momentum. All right, never mind. I don't take the momentum here or the supply hit. I always couple make camp with resupply, and I shouldn't do that. It's because I tend to do the two at the same time. I'm going to, for my undertake a journey, take the first option. I just mark my progress as I would, because I used shadow. I marked it twice. Endured that stress successfully, took the momentum hit, and now I'm going to make camp and hopefully just get Yeah, because I want to roll with higher supply. I'm probably going to go momentum and a +1 to my journey. If I can get a strong hit off this. Do not miss. Because if you miss, this is not the situation for that to happen. Supply. Okay. Okay, we're good. Fucking 10, man. We're set. Boss knows what he's doing. Okay, he is a professional adventurer. He traveled north with Kataka. I mean, he's a part of that group. There was Kataka, and then there was him. It's two people. All right, so we're gonna take a momentum. I mean, with how I do it every time I make camp, I look for supplies when I can, and then continue on. Yeah, I will totally do that if my Undertake a Journey made me take a supply hit. This one, I got a strong hit, so I had a choice to not do that. Technically, I could have gone for 5 momentum and taken the supply hit, but I'm good. Yeah, I'll definitely resupply once my journey starts haggering me for it. So I'll take that, and then I get a +1 on my next Undertake a Journey. Now here's the question: Do I shadow walk again? I feel like I do. I feel like oh man, half my green screen's coming through. Sorry about that. Okay, cool. There we go. I feel like I do. I feel like I continue using the shadow that was given to me to just crush this journey. Also, I'm going to mark a point towards save Dismashk. Just because it's such a long track, I feel like the journey itself should be a couple of points towards it to at least give it a chance. Actually, god damn, have I really made progress? Have I reached a milestone? No. The only thing is, see, I've done this before. This is what I was talking about at the beginning of the session about like making the wrong decisions for quests. The only problem with Save Dismashk being a formidable quest, it means that like the minute it is formidable. Let's talk about the mechanics of Ironsworn for a minute. Just step out of the game for just a second. If it's a formidable quest, every milestone gives me only 1 full box. Just 1. Tick, 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 tick. It is a situation where I only have so many tasks put forth to me. Like, so many things I can think for my character to do. If I can only get 4 boxes, I feel like I've doomed the quest. Like, my chance of making it drops to, like, a 30% chance of succeeding the quest. And I don't know if that's fair or not. Let's play it out as is. How about link the quest difficulty with the amount of parts involved? That's really what I should do. Which in this case it would be a dangerous quest versus a formidable one. It's interesting. I feel like it is better to do that, to link the quest difficulty with the amount of parts involved, since that's the way I'm making my quests, is I'm sort of building my quests before I go on them and making loose guidelines. I feel like starting dangerous is okay. I think we'll start dangerous. This was for gathering enough information to figure out what we were going to originally do. And then I feel like moving on to formidable would be a consequence. Is if the quest gets more complicated. I almost wonder if it's better to start your quests troublesome or dangerous and never at these tiers, and just have these tiers, formidable, extreme, and epic, be for when shit goes bad. Like, I wonder if that's a better way to do quests that aren't initially gigantic quests. Like, if you get pull the sword from the stone 50 billion miles away, that's immediately, okay, that's an extreme quest. But, like, with a normal quest, I wonder if I should just keep the troublesome and dangerous and allow myself to make them grow in difficulty if the situation gets more dire. It might be easier for me to do. Because it's hard to make, like, 10-point quests and not have them be, like, just out of this world huge. That's what I do for my game. Yeah, I think I might start doing that for mine. It's just sticking to my quest always being either troublesome or dangerous, and then only moving up when it feels like it's necessary. When stuff has become more complicated enough to give reason why there are so many more things I have to do to make it a completable quest. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, cool. So let's jump back into it. rested. I think we see boss. He's probably a good quarter of a mile away from the outpost. Still easily visible in the distance, but he's put some space between him and Grimtree. Not wanting anything to do with whatever the hell went down there. We see him. I don't think he sleeps, but he prepares himself. I think he lights a small fire. Only lets it be lit enough to keep him warm. Surveys some of the area around him. Gets maybe a high post or something. There are plenty of like cliff sides and like mountain sides that he could get up a little bit higher altitude and easily make it back to camp, and just sort of get a look out at everything. I'm sure he has some kind of. I wonder if he does. Should I make a move to see if I have? I am immediately imagining that I have a spyglass. I don't know why, but I'm like seeing myself like a spyglass, like looking around. Like it's. I wonder if like maybe Kataka gave it to me or something, like for traveling in the Vale, because she's been here before, and I'm imagining with like distances you have to go here and the sort of shifting of levels being on like being able to more often be at a much higher altitude, like using a spyglass to mount your journey makes sense to me here. I feel like I should have a spyglass. I'm gonna make a move to see if I have one. I'm gonna check my gear here. My supply is high, so there's probably a good chance I have this thing. I have to write it down if I do. Tempted to say check supplies just for the lulz. Yeah, I'm gonna do the check the gear here, and see if I have it for the spyglass. Yeah, exactly. So let's take a look and see if I have a spyglass. Hell yeah, I do. I take a momentum and I have a spyglass. I love that. Oh my god, he did it. I mean, it's 5. It's like a +5 is really good. I mean, I rolled a 6. I've actually been rolling hot. I can't really just give it up to the 5 because I could have rolled a 1 on that and gotten a weak hit because that's a fucking 9. All right, cool. We have a spyglass. Let's add that. Spyglass. Given to me by Kataka to navigate the Vale. I really think this keyboard might be going. I'm really sad about it. I've had this thing for more than 10 years. Holy crap. This is my Z board. All right. They don't make these anymore. This is my Z board Merc Stealth. I bought this in 2007 to play World of Warcraft when I was 17. Oh man, it may have seen its time. It might have been like 15 years now. So maybe it needs a break. 13 years. Oh goodness. Okay, so I have a spyglass. I think we see him. He's scouting out the area, trying to get a good. It is a relic. What sucks is I can't get another one of these. That's the bummer. Is like. This part right here is something I'm very used to, though I am starting to get used to my new gamepad, so I wonder if it's time to put the old Z board to rest. I'm be a little sad. I love these things. I'm sad that they don't make them anymore. But the yes, so I am gaining from the make a camp success, and I should journal. Let's journal. That consumes a good amount of time and helps me do shit I need to do, so I can come back and know what's going on. Check here. So where is the make a camp? So I did get a momentum. Did I add it? I don't know if I did. I'm gonna say I did, just to hope that I would rather take a detriment than to cheat, and give myself too many bonuses. So I'm just gonna pretend that I did already, because I think I did. I think I was at 3, and then 4, 5. I should be good. Cool. So yeah, that is effectively what the momentum is. What we're seeing is I'm getting an edge on the journey ahead. I think we can see a shot where I say, yes. Does look like the river keeps going through this vale, through this valley. And I think he's looking down and says, I still cannot see the end of it. And I look down at sort of my arm and I see sort of the darkness sort of, what's the word? It starts with an M. It's gather. Let's say gather. See sort of the darkness gather in my palm, and I just say, shall I use it again? Perhaps. You did not. Wait, never mind. Yeah. Did it not seem like I did? If it didn't seem like I did, I want that extra momentum. I'll take it. I think. Was it 3, 4, 5? Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. Not gonna risk it. That's my fault for not applying things. I should apply things the minute I do them. I get very scattered brain, so it's fine. I just know that I have a +1 to my next take a journey. So yeah, we get that scene. He waits for daylight to come up. He doesn't sleep. He doesn't really need the rest right now. He's slept long enough for the last couple days, recovering from his trials with Atan. And I think we break into the next day, and we're gonna move with Shadow again, +1. Risk the hit to really just sort of push us through, and this could easily finish our journey, which would be awesome. So let's Shadow Walk. Let's add the +1 from us taking our time to last night to really focus on the journey ahead and plan for what we were going to do. And let's man, dude, I'm just hitting. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to journal. Well, let's complete this move here, and the endure stress really quick. Maybe we'll just finish the journey and then we'll journal. I think that's a nice spot to do it. I need to endure stress. Well, let's complete the move. Gotta remember to do that. Complete the move. So we will mark our progress. We're just gonna mark our progress, but because we use Shadow Walk, we're going to mark our progress twice. So we are going to go 2, 1, 2. So boom. All right, we're probably going to try to complete the journey, but let's the next thing we have to do is endure stress. We're taking a spirit damage, and then we're going to endure stress using spirit. Did I ever tell you how good I am at like Ironsworn? I'm like really good at it. I think that's 6 strong hits. I mean, this is what happens when you take a hiatus and let a threat grow and all of your stats go up to max. This is what happens. Is you just do fucking great. Hiatuses are awesome. Do more hiatuses. It helps. It really, really helps. It's like getting a fresh new character, man. Let's see if I can keep this spirit. So I got because I got a strong hit, I can shake off the stress of using the shadow. This makes sense. It's because of that training that I have. I'm kind of balancing my momentum with my. I'm balancing the advantages that I'm taking with the sort of discipline of handling the shadow. This is my training showing in the dice rolls. Season 3 looking pretty good for Ironsworn. I know, right? It's looking pretty good for Chapter 3. Yeah, I think this is literally just the balancing of the advantages that I'm taking and knowing the sacrifices that Shadow need to take. I spent enough time with the darkness inside of my mind that I need to be able to sort of give and take, ebb and flow, use the shadows, but allow detriments to happen and take them in kind. So I lose the momentum of the situation because I am using the shadow. That's the sacrifice that I take. I lose some advantages by relying on its power, but by doing so, I don't let my mind get lost to it, and I stay fucking so healthy, so spiritual, and so supply. I'm doing great. So supply. And let's complete the journey here and never roll a bad roll, because that's sweet. Let's reach a destination. And our progress will be 8. And so, journey comes to an end. Roll the challenge dice. Compare your progress. Momentum is ignored in this roll. Very true. What can I say? What can I say? I can make another move now and add +1, or take 1 momentum. I'm gonna take a momentum. And I'm gonna completely recover from that and I'll be 5, 5, and 5. Look at that. Doom. Boom, boom, boom. Looking freaking good, dude. I don't know why I have this here. Bring that down a little bit so I can see my whole sheet. Okay, cool. So yeah, we've reached our destination. regain the momentum that we lost. Our destination being the source of the river, which I'm excited to detail here. But first, we are going to journal, because this is very much part of the experience, the solo experience. Journaling makes it fun. If you don't normally do a lot of roleplay, journaling lets you roleplay. It's really cool. That's one of my favorite things about it, is especially for people who aren't like very like, I want to, I went to drama school and I'm ready to act out every scene. The journals really make it so that you can just do that. You can write. Anybody can write it. It's awesome. So let's do a journal. Let's pick up my nice journal example that I built, so that I can easily just plug in this template and make journals. It's very nice to be able to do, versus writing it all out over and over again. Okay, cool. And then this is going to be boom, session 15. I know it says session 16 in the title, but that's because we did an extra episode with characters that were not boss one time. So that's why we're off by one. All right, save. Perfect. Okay, let's get these moves down. They're all strong. It's fucking amazing. I'm not even gonna. I'm just because I know they're all strong. I'm just gonna. So undertake a journey, endure stress, make camp. Oh, man, all that green. Doesn't that look good? Check your gear. Undertake a journey. I'm missing your gear. Check your gear. Undertake a journey. Endure stress. Reach your destination. For being so many moves, I don't actually have to write too much here. Alright, here we go. I see the path before me. The road is a long one, but I have more power at my fingertips than I did before. I use the shadow to move across land at unnatural speeds. I did this before with Kataka, but then I didn't know the shadow as intimately as I do now. Unnatural Kataka, intimately as I do now. I make camp near an abandoned outpost surrounding a dead tree. Tracks litter the ground. Some great pack moved through here. Whatever corpses are left in that abandoned camp stink to high heaven. I will camp nearby. Use this place as a fallback if I am to face any opposing dangers. I survey the land from a high cliff top, keeping my campfire low. I can see the river, but not its end. Tomorrow is another day I must travel in the shadow. I don't have time to walk among the mortal world. Oh, getting full of himself a little bit. We did a cameo episode that we should do again in situations where Josh is not here, when we would need him here. Just a suggestion. That is true. That would be giving an opportunity once we get Kataka back, which Hope I don't get Kataka back. Yeah, because I would like to get Josh back in for some games. We've kind of had to go on a solo adventure here, which I think he understands. But I would like to get him in for some more co-op. I do super enjoy playing with him. Yeah, and in times he can't make it, we can do our other characters. That would be really refreshing for me, actually. I love Boss, but Boss is like, it's like getting a higher level character. It gets more and more complex. The longer they're alive, the more complex what they're doing is, and it's like, oh God, what do I do? So that would be really great. Great idea, Pig. I will take that into consideration. I don't have time to walk among the mortal world. I am able to complete the journey. My mind is still with me, and my advantages as well. Time is on my side, and luck as well, it would seem. Let us see what the source of this river has to show me. Okay. Very cool. We have... Oh, wait. Why did that go... That needs to be red. I don't know why that got the way that it did. Oh, boy. Okay. Transparent and red. Okay, cool. There we go. When they go from I am a simple man with simple needs to I am a man with many talents. Yeah, exactly. He's getting cocky. He's getting a little... I feel like he's getting a little cocky. How can you not and get these kind of powers, you know? So I've reached the end of my journey. I've completed it. That is a milestone. That is 100% an actual milestone. I will mark my quest, tink tink, right there. And that is done. Let's go to the progress track here. Man, my poor failure track is lacking today. Poor guy. All right. So we've made it to the source of the river. I want to know what the source of the river is like. I want to know what is in this place. And I don't want it to be up to me. I want it to be up to chance. I would like to know what this place is like. I wonder if it should be, if I should do a delve oracle on this. Aspect focus is going to say block decaying marked active. Focus is darkness opening informative grave. Okay, we might do a delve oracle versus the other one. The delves tend to be less about like general and more about specific, and I think we're doing specific. Don't feed the wild failure tracks. Yeah, I know it gets a little crazy. I don't know, that failure XP was really nice last time. I mean, 2 XP is pretty good, even though I had to spend it on something I didn't exactly want to. Well, no, it ended up being something cool. It ended up being my sword, which is awesome. God, I feel like regardless, we're going to get into some kind of fight here. Because it's been too long since we've had an actual fight in Ironsworn, and I personally will want one. So I want to know the details of what the place is, what this looks like. So let's do that. Fragile prisoner. Fragile prisoner. Oh, this fits with what we want. We almost lost Kataka for it. Yeah, I know. We almost lost Kataka for it. We almost lose Kataka a lot. Unfortunately, it's kind of the situation with co-op Ironsworn and having a character become the background, because Kataka ceases to be a player character, which has certain safeguards built around it, where she can defend herself and has much more HP, and it takes a lot more to take her out of the picture, or to have her not be, or to have her be restrained, or have something bad happen to her, or anything like that. It's also difficult to have, like, obviously that character has more impact on the story when it's a player character versus being a companion. And once she switches to companion, she becomes literally an asset of boss. And though that seems unfair, yeah, we can't really advance the story at all with boss if we have to like make sure it's there all the time. But yeah, it's just kind of the situation. But we'll get Josh back in for a few. I think he understands the sort of back and forth with the co-op single player kind of situation. I would love to start like a committed co-op, but it's a situation of it being very like that's just another thing that I would have to start. So we'll figure it out as we go. Ironsworn's here to stay. I feel like I enjoy playing it. First session back. It's been too long since we've had a fight. Exactly, and it has been too long since we had a fight. So fragile prisoner. I think I know what we see. I would like maybe just a little bit of an oracle here on location. Hideout. No, I don't like that. Pond. Okay, that works. That works. So I think we see the source of the river, and I think it fits exactly what we wanted it to be anyway, which is probably what was going to happen regardless. It's just taking these prompts and twisting them to what our cool ideas are a little bit, but this one actually works. So I think we see the source of the river. We come to the end, and I think I can see over in the distance the river has kind of teetered out into becoming like a creek, like a very small stream. Excuse me. I just ate, so I'm a little gassy. So apologies if I burp. We see it come down to a stream, and that stream filters right into a single circle of water, probably no more than 20 yards radius all the way around. And at the very center of the water is a crystal. We see within the crystal what looks to be a figure inside, a djinn of sorts. We see like a water djinn, like effectively locked inside of this fragile prison. This icy sort of crystal that's formed around them, and we can see that from the pond what looks like ripples kind of like coming out, and we can see water is flowing off of this crystal, causing the river itself to actually have form. And this is the source of the water. And I think as we approach and we see the situation, I think it takes Boss a little while to register. It just says, Ton was not kidding. Nature itself really has gone out of its way to kill him. This thing, I must get closer. And I think he's going to sort of sneak up on this situation. I'm gonna use my shadow to get close. Oh yeah, I am. Are you kidding me? We're gonna get close to this this water djinn inside of their little glass fortress. Is it in the circle of frozen time? It is not. We have left the circle of frozen time, to my understanding. That is only about a mile radius. So at some point we did leave. I don't think we detailed that enough. There would have been a point on the way to the outpost where things would have started moving again. Sounds would have started to slowly leak back into existence, and the air would become less stale and more frigid. The cold would return. And he would have stepped out into nature. We would have seen that happen before he reached the outpost. The river itself flows, and I think it'd be very surreal. There is no one wall of time. I think it's like a progression of time slowing to a stop. So the river itself would have, it basically would have been a very gradual going from being completely still to starting to flow. And I think you'd probably think, well, how does that work? Does the river back up? Wouldn't it like grow into like a pond or like an area? Wouldn't it filter out? Like at what point is the water unable to go over? And to that I say, this is a fantasy game. Don't worry about the physics. So now technically the black iron is conscious again, but is oddly silent. Within me, the black iron is conscious again. Yeah, I think it is silent. I would agree with that, Pig. I think it has to do with my training. I think it would have to do with the control. It's not the only voice inside me anymore. There are many voices. Literally, a wizard did it. Yeah, exactly. It's the best way. It's the best way to describe it for Skilla. It's like, this is a wizard. Okay, a wizard stop time. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the physics of the water. But like, I know nobody probably cares. But my first thought is like, God, I can hear like 7 of my D&D buddies be like, but the river. And I'm just like, oh God, physics and D&D, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So yeah, we are. Let's mark the point on the map that we are, because that would be cool. There was a really cool swirly icon. Ah ha 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 ha. Here we go. Yeah. I think we're getting close to the shattered wastes here. I think, yeah, we're definitely can see that wall of mountains in the background 100%. So this is river source. I'll give this river a name soon, but I don't even know if I should put this on here. It's so temporary. We'll put it there. I think it's a location that I want to remember on this map, so we'll leave it there. Perfect. So I'm going to, first thing boss says, he says, I have to get closer to see what this is. And yeah, because he's got to fucking get rid of it. Oh, this is fun. I'm actually really excited to get towards this thing and figure out what to do with it. I'm excited to use my sword and see like what's going on. I'm kind of pumped about this. I just had like a giddy moment of like I'm kind of excited to play my character. I don't get those as often as I want. Undertake. So yeah. Shadow walk. This is legitimately I am sneaking. I cloak myself with a gossamer veil of the Shadow Realms, roll plus Shadow on a strong hit, take +1 momentum, then reroll any dice you make when moving to ambush, hide, or sneak. I want this for my face danger to get closer to this guy. So I am going to do that. I don't have anything else here I want to like secure an advantage. Man, poor Fortune Hunter. I will use this asset someday. It just makes me sad to look at it. It's been sitting there in my character since day one, and it's just not good. Okay. Well, it's not that it's not good. I just haven't used it. I am not good with Fortune Hunter. So let's roll Shadow. I rolled as poorly as I could, and I still got strong. I am a god. Boss has turned into a god. A god. Oh, I'm getting like it's. I've taken all of Kataka's luck. I've sucked it out. It's mine now. Kataka's luck. Josh, your luck is mine. It belongs to me. All right. I'm fucking all about this shit. Hell yeah. Take +1 momentum. Josh would be proud. Yeah, he would. Proud of how good I am at finally rolling dice. Oh my god. And then I can re-roll any dice one time only when I make a move to ambush, hide, or sneak. I am sneaking towards this thing. I don't know to ambush it yet. I want to gather information about it. So I'm going to face danger and get close to this guy. Oh yeah, when was the last time reach a destination. Cool. So I just want to make sure I catalog stuff when I rolled enough. All right, we're going to roll with Shadow, dude. We are 100% using stealth here to get close to the source of the river. This pond. It's very Excalibur style. Like it's just kind of like hovering over this still pond. And now I'm imagining still we're working in an environment that's cold, mountains, snow. So like this thing is like a frozen. Oh, it's frozen. It's like the surface is frozen, but we can see that the water coming off of it. Oh, yeah. There's probably like frozen spikes kind of around it, but like we can see that the water is flowing underneath the ice, and that's what's like pushing it out. It's almost like a channeled shotgun of river water, like pushing out towards it. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, we would see this sort of like ice spikes that coming out from it. I don't think it's a still pond. We can see the top of the water. I think we can see like maybe some of it. No, that's actually really cool. mostly ice, but right where the crystal is, about 5 feet all the way around it is actual water that we can see, and it's like pouring the water down, but we can see this sort of like the ice is very jagged around it. It's kind of like a point of power. It looks very kind of arcane where it like landed, almost like meteor strike. This thing fell down and all the ice broke around it. I love that. So it is, I'm sneaking towards it with Shadow. I can re-roll these dice. I will. I'll re-roll that 9. No! Doesn't matter, it's a weak hit whether I want it to be or not. God! What a waste. I can't re-roll anything else. I literally just re-rolled a 9 into a 10. That was the worst thing I could do. It's legit being bullet shot down that narrow stream. Yeah, because of the way the ice is on the top, like the water flows down and it's just like right forward. I love that idea that the river is being just pressured out underneath the ice to flow in a very purposeful direction towards Aton's Tower, many miles from here, many miles. God damn, this face danger didn't work out how I wanted. A weak hit I succeed, but face at a troublesome cost. I choose one. I'm delayed. I lose an advantage, or I face a new danger. I am tired, or you know what? I'm going to take a momentum hit. I face a new danger. I step out. I get close enough. We see Boss as he's moving forward as silently as possible. He makes sure to where he can see the Water Djinn's like face sitting forward. He makes sure to come in from behind. He climbs over the edge of the sort of the blasted out ice, and he makes his way onto the ice itself. And we can hear he takes one step and it cracks. And it's very it's low. It's very, and he just stands there, and the ice here is brittle for whatever reason. Obviously we throw rocks at the crystals. Right? No, not yet. No, not yet. So I take a momentum hit here. I succeed, because it does say, like, I still succeed with it. Let me see here. I succeed, but face troublesome cost. I take a momentum hit. I have to slow my roll here a little bit. I have to make my way across this ice very gently. There's probably a couple more sounds from beneath, just because I'm dead if I fall through this. This is like the start of the... I'm going to get, like, sucked into this magical current, shot out, and be under the ice for miles and just drown. So, like, that cannot happen. And I want to get close to this thing, and I want to gather information on it. I want to see if there's a way I can... Like, do I just shove my sword through the back of this thing and kill it? Do I, like, will that work here? Like, what is happening? The gather information, I think yeah. Search it, ask questions, conduct investigation, or follow a track. I feel like I'm gathering information just looking at this thing. I want to know what I have to do to basically make this thing stop. My first thought, if I roll strong here, I discover something helpful and specific, the path I must follow, action you must take, progress is made clear. I'm just gonna say that's me putting my sword through. But I want to see if it's worse, if it's not that simple. So let's see about that. Let's use our wits. Oh my god. Okay. So I wanted to divert this thing with my own... I wanted to divert like, my original plan was that I would have to attract it with my own presence. But I think I getting this close and rolling what I did, fragile prisoner, pond, like, all that just worked out to be that this is just a creature of nature brought here by nature's purpose to create this river to destroy Aton. That is the case. It's simpler than we thought. Sometimes that's fine. Sometimes that's okay. It doesn't have to be complicated. So I discover something helpful and specific. The path I must follow or action you must take to progress is made clear. Envision what you learn. I know what I learned. I gain 2 momentum. I see the power radiating off of this water djinn. I see that it is a creature of flesh and blood to some extent within this sort of this ice casing. And I can see that the power coming off of it, the ice casing itself, is coming from it. And it is literally producing this water from its body, causing this river to come into existence. And I know that simply, if I kill the creature, the river will no longer flow. Now, nature will probably find it's time to come back and put something else in its place, but I don't need to save Atan forever. I need to save Atan right now. So, I look and I see this. I take the time. I say, probably under my breath, it is just this creature. This is a story of myth and legend. Whatever drove me to travel north, I do not know. But the job seems simple enough. He just grabs his sword, takes it out of its sheath. So we chuck rocks at it? We still need to know who stuck this Pokemon here. Do we? I don't... Boss, I would love to know who stuck it here. I would love to know what force of nature itself is actually coming after. According to Atan, it's just nature itself. This creature is definitely elemental in nature. It seems very, very mythical, very magical, but I don't know if it's Boss's concern who put this here. He just has to... Nature did. So, I don't know if just nature did, but that is what Boss will think. I think Boss will say, it's whatever. If Atan says it's nature attacking him, this is the nature. Who am I to question? And it looks like a living, breathing thing. Looks like it can die to a sword. And I think he's going to, yeah, he draws his cleaver. We sort of see the shimmer in the blade of the dark purple and sort of the bright yellowish white of the 2 sort of dancing souls that live within. I think my original Starforged Black Iron has completely retreated into the sword. I think what's in me now is all the stuff Atan pumped into my blood, and I think my OG voice is in the sword. It's retreated to be with its one true love, the elf spirit side of my sword. And I think, I draw the blade. We see that shimmer just as a reminder of that's sort of still a thing. They're still there, and I'm going to. Would this be an enter the fray, or would this just be a face danger? Can I just kill it, or do I have to fight it? I said originally I wanted to fight it. I kind of do. It could be as easy as... I don't really want it to be a battle. Battle's a little... Yeah, when you fight a battle... Yeah, I'm not really fighting a battle. I think I'm going to just try to enter the fray and buck this thing up. I think I wanted it to be a fight in the first place. I think it's going to be a fight. I think it would be a face danger. You think? I think it turns into a... Okay, I think I agree with you. I think it turns into an enter the fray if I fail. I think it turns into an enter the fray if I fail it. What kind of role is it going to be? Aggressive action, forceful, defense, strength, or endurance. It's an aggressive action. I need iron to pierce through. Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, it's going to be a face danger to kill this thing. And if it goes poorly, it then becomes an actual combat. I don't think I can force combat here because I could just kill it, man. I could just kill it. Like, in Ironsworn, not everything has to be like a fight. I could just kill it. So let's face danger with iron. We have to drive our iron through. Can I do anything here to... Oh, yeah, I can, baby. Oh, when I secure advantage by taking a moment to aim, choose my approach, and add 1. I've been flavoring this thing for metal for a while. I'm going to flavor it with my sword. When you clash, so that's clash or strike. I don't move. This is so cool. Okay, this is so cool. I step onto the ice. I feel the cracks. I know I can't get closer. We see Boss. He's probably a good 5 feet away from the 5, maybe 10 feet away from this thing. He's out of arm's reach. He can't strike into it. I love this so much. Just a sec. He doesn't want to step any closer because at a certain point, the ice just turns to water and it's thin where he is. He doesn't want to get sucked under. He takes out the blade, holds it forth, and we see it lift up for the first time. Similar to how he moved his metal dagger around before when we first met Boss, when he wielded his small piece of metal that shot through the air, very, very much like that character from Guardians of the Galaxy, the whistle. He lifts the sword and poises it, and we see it rise silently, and he's standing right behind it, hood down. We can see his hair down, his sort of tannish skin. His he doesn't have his glasses on anymore. He lost those at the tower. He doesn't have in fact, he doesn't even need them anymore. The shadow has improved his sight, and we see the sword lifted above him. And I love this scene. I would draw this scene. You see the crystal in the foreground. We see the Jin facing forward. We see him behind it. He's in very much that sort of art, not archer stance, but he's in almost sort of like a very martial arts stance. And we see the blade above him, his eyes wide, brimming to kill. Yes, flying stabby stab, its triumphant return. And I'm going to secure advantage to take aim. By taking aim and choose my approach and add +1. I'm going to, when I secure advantage by taking aim, choose my approach and add +1. I'm going to secure my advantage. Oh, rolling wits. Trust my instincts. Javelin throw stance. Yeah, exactly. He's got it up to like throw. So it's hovered above him a foot or two, and he's getting ready to lunge it in. So let's secure advantage using wits and add +1. I'm making it more dangerous by adding more moves, but this shit's too cool not to do. So wits +1. Okay, it's a weak hit. It's not bad. My advantage is short-lived. I take 1 momentum. I don't have time. We hear a breath utter from under him. It says, I must move quickly. 1 solid, clean strike. And I don't have time to trust I trust my instincts, but I don't have time to hesitate. And I think that's what responds in the weak hit. So I've upped it to 8, and I'm going to... What else did I get from that asset? I take 2 momentum on a strong hit. I didn't get that. I would have had max momentum if I would have gotten that, but I didn't. But it's okay. And we're going to face danger with iron. Okay, here we go. 8 momentum. A clean strike. There it is. Yeah, baby. Oh, strong hit. I am successful. Take 1 momentum. We see the blade, and I think it's a moment where we see him. So it's a scene. We see that scene, that shot of the Jin in the foreground, me in the background. Boss with the blade above him, and his eyes wide, poised for the kill. And he goes back just a little bit, readying for the strike. And our camera cuts to the Jin, to the Jin's face. We don't see it, and we just hear the plunge. Like shattering glass, just breaking, and we see its eyes go wide, and its mouth, it's like a moment, it pauses, it stays. It's very artistic in its sort of filmography of this moment. It pauses, eyes open, mouth opens just a little bit, a good 30 seconds on this shot, and then we see what looks to be like blood start to pour out of its mouth, and at the same time we see the glass that's sort of veiled in front of us and blocking its face completely from the camera start to shatter away. And as each one breaks, it takes with it the vision, the sight of the Jin, as if like as the glass breaks, it's breaking it as well. So with each shatter, it's almost like we only get to see the Jin on the surface, like it was the crystal itself manifest. And as it shatters, the image of the Jin shatters as well, and all of it sort of just coalesces in the center, just just breaks down. And as it breaks down, my blade is still hovered in the middle, like standing there as it breaks down around it, and we see just break back. And then the fucking ice around me starts to break, and I think I'm in a position that I need to face danger again to jump out of here, to get out of this situation. Nice scene. Yeah, dude, I love it. I love it. I need to face danger one more time to get off this ice as it is breaking. I have shattered the spell effectively, and I need to get off this ice or be swept away with the river. Which all right. I think this is edge for sure, isn't it? Whether I want it to be or not. Speed, agility, precision. Oh no. I have to move. I have to move. Ooh, weak hit. I could save the momentum and take a weak hit here. I know what happens. Because it's dramatic. We see him move back once again, and he goes to turn. The minute he turns, he puts too much weight on one foot, and we see him crash through the ice and down into the water, into the rushing waters that now are kind of collapsing out from its source being destroyed. And there's a moment of silence, and then another as we just sort of hear the breaking of the ice. Our hero boss out of the picture. We presume him dead for just a few moments, and then we see as the ice breaks up in multiple places, no longer holding that sort of icy just top to it that it had when we approached. We see pieces of it are already shattering, and boss just breaks out of one part of it. He just gets up onto the shore, just fucking freezing, and I will endure a harm. Actually, I will endure 2 harm, because this is a dangerous quest. So he's... I can't come out completely unscathed. I can't come out... Yeah, sounds like Edge, 100%. And he breaks out of the... Gets to the just nearby... He's right on the shore. He climbs out. Turns over. So cold. Warmth. I have to find warmth. And, like, yeah, he's gotta make camp. Fucking here and now. ASAP. And yeah, he takes harm. He's fucking freezing. He's gonna catch hypothermia here. And my boy needs to make a camp now. So, oh my god, I wonder if just heal would work. Treat an injury or ailment. This works better. I light a fire. This is my way to heal. Versus make a camp. Make a camp feels too involved. Heal, I think. Don't forget to endure. You are right. You are very, very right. Thank you for skill up. Endure harm. I always forget there's 2 parts to it. It's gonna be health. Oh, burn the momentum, baby. Burn the momentum. It's okay. It's okay to burn it. It's okay to burn it for that shit. Fuck that. Fuck that completely. I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want anything to do with that. No. I burn the momentum. I get a strong hit. Shake it off. If your health is greater than 0, suffer 1 momentum in exchange. Embrace the pain. I'll embrace the pain and take a momentum. Burn gets you a match hit. Oh, you're right. It does. I get an opportunity, and that's why we have momentum. You're right. I get an opportunity. What is my opportunity? Huh. I have a thing that I want to do here. No. I don't just... we zoom back just a little bit here. I don't break out of the water on my own. I know what my opportunity is. Welcome Starforge Resonant, the custom asset built by my my dear pig. for me to be able to use as an asset, a custom asset that is built for his shadow training. And we're going to use Starforge Resonant. Now, because it is custom, I'm sure, Pig, you'll be okay with. I've read it. I actually really like it. We'll see how it is in play, and I might adjust it as we go. But from what you've made, I'm very excited about it. So I think I know what I want on him. I think we see. I think we see he's under the water, and we see it burst up. I think we don't see the ice break up itself. We think we've lost Boss Bleat, and the ice bursts forward, but it's not just Boss. We see this form take shape under the water. We get kind of a sky shot of the ice itself, and we see as it sort of like calms down, we see the white sort of snow-caked top to the ice. And then we see what looks to be sort of within all of the beautiful, pristine sort of white snow. We see white ice, and we see a dark sort of bubble grow just underneath the surface, and then it breaks, and we see the form of an imposing, massive bear built entirely out of shadow. The creature stands out of the water. We see all the ice shatter on either side, and as the ice goes out of the way, it just stands there, just like enough to stand in the river. It is probably a good 10 feet tall, huge, like stand almost center in the river, and or at least at the mouth of it, and yeah, all the ice just like slow-mos down to the ground as it stands, just this huge dark bear. We see the fur, and it's just pitch black. Its eyes a deep, I think, like green, and it just stands there, and we could just hear the breath, and the breath just pours out of it almost like a dragon's breath. We can see how much power is in this creature, the steam that lets out from its mouth, and it to the shore, and with each step it grows smaller and smaller pieces of the fur falling to either side, and at the end, Boss Bleat falls down to his knees at the edge of the river, saved by the power of the shadow, not willing to release its host from life. It's fine to interpret how you want. Hell yeah, brother. I love that. And we see my iron bear form. I fucking love this asset. And we're going to spend those 3. We effectively, our opportunity in the moment was to, where is it? There is a move. Our opportunity in the moment was to use an advance move and spend our points to grab this sucker. Summon a large black bear to aid you in battle and take on its powerful traits. +1 to strength related rolls. Me busting out of here was probably strength related, like iron. Once per fight, the bear can do a bonus attack for some extra damage on a slash or strike. It's almost like having a companion. A strike or clash. Gain 2 momentum on a hit. On a miss, I cannot use the benefits of the Iron Bear for 3 turns. So yeah, we bust out of here, and we see Boss Bleat on the shore, alive. And since we succeeded on the Endure Harm, we spent all of our momentum. That was all of our advantage building. It makes so sense. All of the advantage that we've been building, learning from our shadow power, coalesced in this moment. It came down to this moment, and we used all of our momentum of learning about our new shadow power to use our shadow power in the best way possible. Oh, thank you for reading. It is pixelated on stream. No problem, man. Yeah, the other forms are pretty cool too. We'll put the asset. We'll put the asset down below in the Twitch later, just so people can see that. I'll put it in one of the icons or something, or I'll tweet it. I'll tweet it out. It'll be a lot easier, so people can see what Pig built. He did a very good job. He made multiple renditions. I think this one is great. It's his final one. So excellent job, Pig. Thank you for the kick-ass asset. And we see Boss on the shore. Let's do some journaling. Oh, before we do, we have completed a part of the journey here. That's a milestone. 100% that is a milestone. We have stopped the river. And I think in the moments that we see him crawling out, kind of turn over, barrel, so just alive. He made it through. He didn't get drowned out. Our shot begins to sort of zoom up as we see the river trickle out. And I think that's the last scene of the adventure this evening, but let's get it written down. Let's get it in the journal really quick with everything that went down. The last thing we wrote was reach destination, so let's get these bad boys written down here and get this shit journaled. Shadow asset, strong. That's like a perfect way. Face danger. This was like, I was like worried about this episode. This is way cooler than anything I could have thought of. Like, I'm always worried, like, oh, it's too simple. I have to make sure it's like really cool. And like, this was still cool but simple. I went and killed a water djinn in a badass moment. Got sucked under the water and fucking had to burst out. Oh, it was cool. I enjoyed it. Strong, secure, and advantage. Weak. Unfortunately, we got to start late. I wish we would have gotten started a little earlier, but my food came extremely late today. But I still don't want to go past 1. I want to allow my wife to sleep in our bedroom where I have to stream, like most people have to. So that is the case there. Face danger, strong again. God, we did a lot here. Strong again, and we did an endure harm. Endure. Oh, keyboard. No. Okay. Keyboard just lost it. It is getting old. Endure harm. Strong hit. Okay. Sick. Okay, so fuck, man. Let's that there. Cool. All right, here we go. Oh wait, I didn't want to do that. This actually needs a breaker right there. Cool. Fuck. This was right after... Yeah, okay. Right after we complete the journey. At the source of the river was something I did not expect. A great crystal, and encased within a figure, an elemental of some kind, straight out of a fairy tale. Surrounding the crystal shards of ice and a pond in which the river began. From the djinn's crystal ran the waters of this mighty river. Ton said nature was after him. This seems excessive. But I am not here to question. I am here to stop the water's flow. I walk out onto the ice. It is fragile, and I don't wish to fall in. I look upon the djinn behind the glass and see it is of flesh and bone. Something to kill, like anything else. I lift my sword from its scabbard and hold it in the air with my power. In a moment of decisive instinct, I strike the being down. In one clean kill. Down with one clean kill. As its form shatters, so does the ice beneath my... Oh man, my keyboard, man. My keyboard. Beneath? There we go. My feet. I'm taken under. The darkness overtakes me. In the form of a great bear, I feel my body filled with strength I never knew. I use it to force myself from the river. The river. I want to compare it to something. I use it to force myself from the river. I don't have anything to compare it to. I'm okay. I use it to force myself from the river, tearing away the ice. In the end, I am alive on the shore. And the river begins to shrink. I have held up my end of the bargain. Here's the leave off. Now Atan must hold up his. And that's gonna be interesting, because I wonder if we can couple, and that's the note I'm gonna leave myself. That's the note I'm gonna leave myself at the end here. Feeling of pride. Who knew journaling could get intense with the music? Oh yeah, now the image as boss, now this image as boss is stuck in my head. Oh yeah, I mean, Krillin Destructo Disc. Oh, yeah, maybe. Could be his fate. Alright, the note I'm gonna leave myself. Tie in Atan's holding up, quote, holding up of the bargain with the finishing of the vow. Absolutely. We're going to tie in the completion of this quest with Atan holding up his side of the bargain. But we do have one more task to do in the quest. So I'll remind myself of that. Fix the dam. It's gonna be easy. Shouldn't be a hard part. We'll see. And then watch it be terrible. Watch the fucking Jin come back at me. Oh man. Jin takes revenge if failure? Question mark? Gotta keep that note in mind. And then tie in Atan holding up his end of the bargain with the finishing of the vow move. Like if it succeeds, he does. If it doesn't, he doesn't. He also told us to fix the dam. Yep, we've got it right there. So we'll fix the dam. If we fail that, the Jin might come back with vengeance. We still might get our Jin fight. Like it might have like followed us or something, like in some sort of spirit world kind of situation where it's, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Complication. Complication. I avoided the complication, so we should be good. I don't think I got any. So I think we're good to go. That turned into an opportunity instead, which is very good. Yes, this will be interesting. Oh, I see what you're saying. A complication for if the Jin to take revenge. Absolutely, that would be a big complication if that happened. If our dam fails. So cool, very good. I think that's the whole kit and caboodle, guys. This is a good session. It was short. I apologize for that. We'll try to get the 2 hours in next week. Make sure that we can get that done and done. That way we get a little bit more time, and maybe we might be able to get a Josh, because I don't have much left before I get a Kataka. I might ask him how he'd feel like being just sort of a background code GM for me for like the first 30 minutes. Or so while I wrap up this quest and then hopefully save Kataka, because I kind of also want him to be there in case it goes bad and he doesn't give me Kataka back, so Kataka can bust out of her Han Solo prison and help me kick his ass. I'll ask him. I'll see if next week he's up for it. If he is, cool. If he's not, we'll probably do at least one more solo episode with our boy boss, and then we'll see about going into some other people if Josh is still unavailable. Getting some of the tracks for our other characters, Ikram and Ida. I would love to see. I know exactly where I've left both of them off. They're both kind of in dire situations, so Ida more than Ikram, but it'll be interesting to see. All right, very cool. Thank you for joining me for Skilla and Pig. I appreciate it, guys. For stopping by and giving me some pointers in chat. It was a blast. I had a really good time. I love the new asset. I love the adventure that we got through here. Very cool. And thank you to anybody who dropped by in the background. Appreciate you hanging out. And if you're on YouTube, hey, how's it going? And from the Discord, the Ironsworn Discord. If you haven't joined Ironsworn Discord, go do it. That's a really great community if you're interested in Ironsworn. And before I go, because I forgot to do this in the beginning, thank you to Danheim for your awesome music that you provide for these games that you allow people to use for free. Very cool of you. And thank you, Sean Tompkin, for making such an awesome game for us to play. Super appreciate it, man. Go check out that Discord if you haven't already, if you're watching over on YouTube. Very cool, friends. That is everything. You guys have a great night, weekend, week, whatever you're going into. Yeah, I will see you next time. Take care. Bye!